Welcome to another Super Deluxe Edition unboxing video. Today we're going to take a look at Elton John, Madman Across the Water, his 1971 album. It's being reissued for a slightly belated 50th anniversary edition, and there's 4 physical formats being released. We're going to look at 3 of those today, starting with the 3 CD and Blu-ray Super Deluxe Edition box set. So that's what I'm holding in my hands here. Now, Universal have opted to go for the kind of 10-inch format which we've seen on other box sets, notably John Lennon in recent years. So, for example, if you compare the dimensions of this to, say, the Plastic Ono Band box set, it's more or less identical. So I've always liked this kind of size. I think it's quite a pleasing way of presenting this particular box set. We get a nice sort of textured finish to the front cover here, and on the back, this isn't one of those stick-on cards. This is actually printed on the back here, so we've got the useful reference of the contents of the 4 discs. There's 3 CDs of audio content, and then a Blu-ray which features a surround sound mix of the album, as well as some extra material which we'll go through. So content-wise, what we have inside this box set here is we have a hardcover book, which we'll look at in a second. We have a poster, which again I'll unfold, and then we have a folio with, this is quite nice actually, this is an 8-panel folio with the 4 discs inside, so we'll take a look at that shortly as well. But I want to start off with this book because it's actually really nicely done. So it's a hardcover book, and this has just about everything you could want, I think, from a book in a music box set. There's some fantastic notes courtesy of Darrell Easley. Really detailed stuff actually, and I love the whole design and presentation. Obviously they've sort of brought over and evoked the original design and packaging of the album. So really nice colours, but most importantly a lot of reading material to understand about the album and what was going on at the time. Pictures of tape boxes, photos from the archive, that kind of thing. And then once we get past this section with Darrell's writing, we get into a kind of lyric section where it goes through each song on the album. This is quite good actually. The original, I mean, these were the days when artists would spend a lot of time working with art directors and designers for album covers. So the cover was actually a real denim jacket that was made up, and Elton in later years had it transferred over to a cushion, which is what this is a picture of. But yeah, so there's a section at the back here, different sleeves for singles across various countries where it was released. I mean, it goes on for ages, this book. It's a massive book. But yeah, this section here is the sort of lyric book which came with the original album. And then there's quite a good timeline here at the end which takes you through the sequence of events. And that's more or less the end of that book. There's some more information about what's in the disc. It's a fantastic amount of content. There's the sticker that was on the front of the box, which I've repurposed. But yeah, I mean, this is really, really great stuff. I mean, it puts everything into context, gives you a lot of information about the recordings and the album. So this is a fantastic element of the Super Deluxe Edition. Of course, it's really all about the music, and I'm pleased actually that the discs are in their own card sleeves here. Because what that means, if you want, you can pull these out and just put them on your shelf. Of course, some box sets just choose to have the discs on their own, sort of inserted in, but it's good to have the old inner sleeve. So this is the album. Talk a little bit about the bonus material. There's an alternate version of the title track, which was recorded as part of the Tumbleweed Connections sessions. That's actually previously appeared on various Tumbleweed Connection reissues. So this version is actually quite a bit longer. It's nearly 8 minutes, but it has appeared on previous reissues. It's actually on the Super Audio CD of Tumbleweed Connection. but that now forms part of the bonus material for this particular reissue. There's an extended version of Razorface, which is quite interesting because that was previously only available on the Super Audio CD of this album. I don't know whether that was an accident or not, but on the 5.1 layer of the Super Audio CD, they put a long version of Razorface, which is like over 6 minutes, but the actual stereo version was the normal version. But anyway, so that extended version now appears in stereo as an extra track on this CD. So that's disc 1. So the second CD is all about piano demos. You actually get the whole album in piano demo form. And there's a couple of versions of Rock Me When He's Gone at the end here. If you're thinking, well, I've got the jewel box, do I really need all these? Because surely they're all on the jewel box. Only 4 of the piano demos from this disc were part of that jewel box presentation. So most of these are unreleased. So the answer is yes, it is worth having these. So there's the disc. And then the third and final CD from this box set is all about the BBC live sessions, BBC Sounds for Saturday. So there's 8 tracks there. This was transmitted in April 72, but it was actually taped around about the time the album came out. So that's the third CD there. And then the fourth and final disc is the Blu-ray. Now this has actually got great content on it because there's a Blu-ray audio element which repeats the 5.1 mix of the album, which was on the Super Audio CD, which came out in around 2004, I think it was. It also includes the 5.1 mix of the alternate version, the original version of Madman Across the Water, which again, as I mentioned earlier, appeared on the Tumbleweed Connection Super Audio CD. But there's 2 video elements here, so that Sounds for Saturday BBC transmission. So on CD3 is the audio of that, but you get the video of it on the Blu-ray. And you also get video of the Old Grey Whistle test. There's actually a combination of great audio and video content on this particular Blu-ray. That's what the disc looks like. So as I said earlier, this all folds into quite a nice 8-panel folio. And then the final bit of content in this 3 CD Blu-ray box set is a poster. Quite a nice graphic design poster there with an image of Elton. Obviously one of the limitations of these posters is you're always going to get the crease marks, but there's something about the graphic nature of this poster that I think makes it look a bit better than normal. So basically back into the box set slots that's the folio with the discs, that's the hardcover book, and then the poster slots in the middle of those 2. So very good. I'm really liking the content and the presentation of this 50th anniversary Super Deluxe edition of Madman Across the Water. So this is the CD and Blu-ray version. Let's take a look at the 4LP vinyl set. So it looks the same, but obviously this is a 12-inch lift-off lid box set this time, so there are differences. 4 vinyl records in here, so it's reasonably weighty. Let's lift off the lid and have a look. Same textured kind of sleeve actually, which is good. This box comes with a little ribbon to make accessing the contents that little bit easier. It's fairly straightforward, this really nice gatefold sleeve, textured sleeve again, vinyl record. Comes with the lyric booklet here. Nicely done. That's sort of like glued into position. There's the familiar rear cover, and then inside it's just a polyline sleeve. If I can get it out. Polyline sleeve, black vinyl record, and all the content, all the audio content from the CD and Blu-ray box, apart from the surround sound mixes on the Blu-ray obviously, but all the stereo audio content is repeated in this vinyl box, so there isn't anything that's missing. So the second record is actually the second and third record, so this is a double album set called Demos, Live and Alternative Versions. So this is the bonus material from the CD, along with those piano demos on CD2 from the other box set. So yeah, everything's here, same content. The only slight difference is Rock Me When He's Gone, which was at the end of the piano demos on the second disc. It actually forms part of this first album, but it makes sense because what it means is this album here, sides 3 and 4, is actually the album Madman Across the Water, done in piano demo form. So there's a lot of logic to that. So it means it's almost like a standalone record. So that's nicely done. This isn't a gatefold, it's a wide spined sleeve. So you get 2 black vinyl records in polyline sleeves. I won't bother opening those up. So you go back in there. And then the final album is the BBC Sounds for Saturday broadcast. So we saw the video was on the Blu-ray in the other box, as well as the audio on the CD. So this is the audio on vinyl now. So 8 tracks fit nicely on one vinyl record. Same kind of thing. White polylined inner sleeve. And then the poster's repeated, but this is actually the same poster, but it's bigger. So, I mean, the other one was fairly big, but this one's massive. So that's a very big poster. Same poster, just bigger. And then if you're thinking you're getting a short change because you like vinyl and you don't get the book, well, you do actually get the book in this box set. It's a soft back book, but it contains the same content as the other book. I mean, it's obviously bigger pages, so it doesn't have to be quite as thick. But same Darrell Easley notes, same kind of content. So this is really good if you're not interested in the CDs but you want the vinyl. With some box sets you don't always get the book with the vinyl, but you do with this Elton John one. So yeah, really good to see that they've made the effort to do this. And then this is that ribbon. It is actually useful to have these ribbons. Poster goes on top, and then the records go back in. So that's the BBC. They're the demos and alternate versions. And there's the album proper at the end. This is actually the 2016 remastered version of the album. I should point that out actually. They haven't seen any need to remaster it again, so they're using the 2016 remastered version. Lid goes back on. So that's the 4LP vinyl version. Last but not least, here's a very special coloured vinyl edition of Madman Across the Water. This is actually only available through Elton's store and various Universal channels. As you can see, a very flashy dual coloured design, what they're calling the Propeller Vinyl Edition. It's just the album, as you might expect, side A, side B, the 9 tracks of the album. I quite like the way they package it. So this is a clear sleeve, and then that's what the Propeller Vinyl looks like. There you go. So that's quite nice having the label there. And this is simply like a card insert that folds over, so that's what that's about. That slides back in. If you want to own a digital version of this, you do get a download card with it. The only format that I'm not looking at today is a 2 CD edition, which actually repeats discs 1 and 2 from that CD box set. So I hope you've enjoyed this look at the 50th anniversary edition of Elton John's Madman Across the Water. It's his 4th album, 1971. If you have, why not subscribe to the Super Deluxe Edition YouTube channel for more great physical music unboxed. Thanks for watching, and I'll see you next time.